make fans, but also not just fans in the audience, but to make librarians their fans. Because if a librarian likes your book, that's a great thing.
Yes.
Then they'll be recommending you, and librarians are there quite often. So it's a win-win all around.
What are some of the topics that you've done?
We did something with 50 Shades of Noir, talking about all the different. I mean, noir is one of those ambiguous terms that is used quite. It's very popular now. It's used quite a lot. But our panel discussed that. A lot of times we've done it several times about crime in the city, and how crime is. Like we get a lot of authors who are from Queens, New York, in Queens, Manhattan, Brooklyn, and we'll talk about how the neighborhoods inform their writing. One that's coming up is mystery in all different kinds of, the variety of mystery that's coming up next week, and just about how different ways, there's so many different ways of telling a mystery story, from a cozy to something humorous to something very dark. So that'll be coming up next month at the Mid-Manhattan Library. So yeah, we try to make it do a lot of various different things so that it's always interesting for people to go.
And you also do something with noir.
Yeah.
Explain noir.
Oh, noir? Oh, what do we do? Well, noir is just, that's a whole other.
Because you have a special events for that, do you not?
No, well, what we do is we work with people who do it, but it's sort of their thing, and a lot of our authors are part of it. It's this thing called Noir at the Bar.
Yes.
And it's something that started by Peter Rozovsky in Philadelphia, I guess about 5-6 years ago. And it was literally a bunch of guys reading hardcore crime stories in a bar. And that just took off. And it went from Philadelphia, I think, to St. Louis, and then it started in LA, New Orleans, and now it started in Manhattan at this bar called Shade about 2 or 3 years ago by Todd Robinson, who is the publisher of Thug Lit, which is a wonderful magazine. So it's a bunch of writers reading hardcore crime stories in a bar setting, and it just makes for our reading is very nice. It's convivial. Ours is in a bar as well. Theirs is a little bit more hardcore because their noir stories are generally very dark.
Well, I have to tell you that when I did a reading at KGB, and I write for young adults, and I followed somebody whose theme in their books was I guess just gay mysteries revolving around the gay lifestyle.
Okay.
And before that, it was something that I thought was very noir, very dark. And then I got up and I said, "Well, here I am, Betty Boop," because it was such a change. And everyone laughed. But it sounds wonderful. I think if you're an aspiring mystery writer, this is the place to come. Certainly, I've had more fun at your events than I've had in a very long time, because many of the events that I go to with other organizations are very serious. So it's great to have you. Thanks for telling us about your organization.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So, yeah.
Everybody should join. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful just writing organization, because it's just good to, like I said, network and commiserate. Really.
And that's it.
Great.